Hi everyone, it's Chris, back in the cider shed. Gonna taste some new stuff. Gonna taste a perry again today. So yesterday I tried Thorn perry. Thorn is a varietal from Comte in Herefordshire, and I said that I was going to try another Thorn perry today because it'd be quite nice to do them consecutively, compare. So the one I'm going to do today is Ross-on-Wye again. So Thorn SVP 2019. So I think I've figured out what this stands for, SVP. So it's SVC on the other, so single variety cider. This is SVP, so single variety perry. That's what it stands for. It took me a little while to figure it out, but I got there in the end. So yeah, another one from Ross-on-Wye 2019. Pet Nat. So very, very gentle, natural sparkle in the bottle, we would imagine. There's a bit of blurb on the side, so let's start on this side, because there's a hill called May Hill, which is in Herefordshire, Gloucestershire, and it almost looks like it's got a Mohegan of trees on the top of it. It's quite distinct, and I think all true perry varietals are meant to be grown within sight of May Hill. It's kind of like a saying, if you like, but there's something on the side of this bottle about it. Okay, so let's read it. May Hill, which you can see from our farm, is said to be the ancestral home of perry, and the pears in this bottle were hand-picked from its trees. Generations ago, orchardists propagated these special varieties for their excellent qualities, and it is to them we owe a debt of gratitude as we enjoy each bottle. So that's a nice dedication. And on this side, something about this specific perry. The first expression of 2019. This Thorn was bottled Pet Nat style 6 months from pressing. It is youthful, delightful, frolicking in the joy of fermentation, a gorgeous honey melon and elderflower aroma with huge juicy yellow acidity that's capped off by the most stellar of pear tannins, topped up with foxwhelp at pressing to avoid headspace, but with little impact on the identity of the Thorn. So foxwhelp, for those who don't know, is actually a bitter, sharp apple, not a pear, and actually it's known for its acidity. It's very mouth-wateringly acidic, but from my experience of Thorn so far, this is quite an acid pear varietal, which is quite mouth-watering examples of perry. The one we tried yesterday, the Comte, certainly had that. Lemon and lime. I think I got a little bit of dry apricot kind of flavour with it. But yeah, very much a mouth-watering experience. So let's give this a go and see if we have the same sort of thing. So, first weapon of choice. Still got the cheese in the shed. Still got the Comte in the shed. It was up to about 35 in here today, I think. And it's day 5 for this bit of Comte. So yeah, we're really seeing what it can do, this bit of cheese. Let's see how it tastes today after 4 or 5 days. Not in the refrigerator, but in a hot shed. Open this up. There you go. Boom. So, little hint of a sparkle. You can see some of that sort of white gas escaping at the top. Yeah, you can see some bubbles coming up there, can't you? Looks like a rosé from this angle. Looks like a very, very, very light rosé from this angle in bottle. Let's pour it in the glass. A cleaner glass than yesterday, I'm glad to say. And have a look at it. Oh, so yeah, we got some bubbles. There they are. See, it's still got that very, very subtle hue to it. It's not quite rosé, but it's just on the edge. It's just got that slight pinkish hue to it. I have seen rosés from the south of France which have this sort of hue to them, very delicate. But maybe this is a bit more extreme. Anyway, gorgeous looking thing. I love that colour, the sort of rosé, grey, pinkish sort of hue that you can get. Not overly pink, it's very gentle. So give it a swirl, nice mousse there. Not massive, but it's certainly there. Right. Quite bright as well, this. Let's have a look. Not filtered though. Whoa. So, there's the bit of funk from, there's the Ross-on-Wye funk. And there is definitely, there's definite watermelon in there. Absolutely, obviously, in the nose. So they said watermelon on the label. Is it watermelon or just melon? I can't actually see because I take my glasses off now. Hang on, guys. Sorry about this. God almighty, falling to bits. Let's have a look. You be gorgeous. They said honey melon. I think it's watermelon, but I'm not going to be churlish about it. Give them honey G melon. Yeah. Watermelon, it's the most obvious thing. There's a little bit of that funk in the background. Not getting much elderflower at the moment, but pleasant nose, interesting nose. I do like it when I get that melon flavour. The most obvious time I got it recently was on the Wild Rabbit, the draft from Secret Orchard, their blended cider. There was a real nice watermelon, well, Canterbury punnage, might nice about that, but still, it was a really nice melon character to it, which I appreciate. So, let's give it a taste. Okay. They weren't kidding about the tannins. Squeaky. Squeaky. My whole mouth. Huh. This amazing makes me think of having something with fat in, like cheese. Because the fats and the tannins are kind of opposite. They work well together. That's the first thing that comes to mind. Second, yeah, minerality on the palate. Again, yep, it's got that same characteristic. Sort of lemon lime. I want to go that more than lactic, so more than yogurty, but actually I do want to go sort of citrus lemon lime, sort of gentle lemon lime with minerality. I'll say green gauge again. I don't know why I keep wanting to say green gauge. Maybe I just like saying green gauge. But yeah, it's like a green acidity to it. So the nose makes you think it's going to be like a kind of quite sweet. Actually, in the palate, it's quite dry and acid. Same as with the chromatic, exactly the same. So we're learning something about Thorn's character right here, aren't we? I think. Let's try it again. Really delicate bubbles, actually. I mean, it's not as fizzy as, say, a champagne or a sparkling wine, but the bubbles, the very tiny bubbles, have that same texture. Very small bubbles in those beverages, which almost feel like almost light and moussey on your palate, and that's what I'm getting from this. Always interesting stuff, isn't it, Ross-on-Wye? Always interesting stuff. So I think Thorn is for people who like dry, high acid beverages. You know, that's what it is. So, and I'm thinking this sort of stuff, this time of year when the weather's getting hot, this is when you want to be selling it and drinking it. This is when you want to be having this stuff. This is not a winter beverage by any stretch. This is certainly a hot weather, refreshing, wakes your palate up kind of beverage. It's only 6% as well, not 8.4 like the other Ross-on-Wye I've had lately. So hopefully I won't feel quite so terrible tomorrow. Right then. Second weapon of choice. And look at this. Dark, sweaty piece of cheese. Look at the oils coming out of that now. Look at the fat on that. Look at the sheen on it. Blimey. It's getting darker as well in colour. Let's go for it. Still tastes great. Still tastes great. Although the texture is getting a little floury, with the flavour, it is darker. It's more intense. So there's that sweetness. There's a darker kind of almost like a burnt sugar element building in there now. And as yesterday, actually, Cotters have got so much more intense and sweet. That perry's actually working quite well with it, because you need some sort of acidity to cut through the fats and balance out that sweetness. And the bubbles are kind of scrubbing that fat off my tongue as well. Yeah, nice. Again, I think I still like something a little richer, but it's working quite well. Let's see if we can eke out this bit of Comte. Be fascinated to see how far we get it to go. Just an idea, right? So, just to the side at the beginning, at the end rather, I've got some Greg's Pit Thorn in a box up here. I'm just going to put a little bit in the glass and try that as well. All right. So let's have a look. So this is still much paler. Look at that, really pale. That's just a kind of almost like a lemon water, lime water kind of colour. That There's a greenish hint to it. No bubbles whatsoever, obviously. Unfiltered, aged in steel. This is 2019, so this is pressed end of last year. No watermelon on this. No watermelon on this. Quite delicate. Hint of funk, but again, it's got that fresh. It's very green, fresh aromatics to it, like citric again, I would say. But then there's something kind of in the background, slightly creaminess to it in the background, something like that. Let's try it. Okay, not quite as tannic, still quite decent tannins. There's more of a pear skin element to this as well. There's a kind of milkiness in the mid palate. Still got bold acidity though. Nothing like as bold as this. It's a bit rounder, a bit creamier. I want to say, I mean, it's not creamy, but it's creamier than the Thorn from Ross-on-Wye and the Thorn from Comte. But it's distinct, but you do get similar characteristics in all three. And it is that kind of lemon, lime, fresh, bright acidity in all of them. So yeah, so for me, Thorn is something that I would suggest is very much a hot weather perry. You know, something to drink with seafood, stuff like that. That's exactly what you should have it with. Even with like oysters possibly and stuff. Maybe, yeah, it could work, I think. Certainly the pétillant, I think, would work with oysters. But yeah, interesting, huh? So, that was 2 Thorn perries, 3 Thorn perries in 2 days, and a bit of manky old sweaty cheese. How about that? So, hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back again tomorrow with some more tastings, and it will be tomorrow. I'm doing them every day pretty much at the moment, because I've got so much stuff to get through. I haven't decided on tomorrow yet, but I think it's probably either going to be another perry, Greg's Pit, or it's going to be the Comte 2019 Betty Prosser. Which one should I go for? I'm quite excited to try both of them, so I might just have to flip a coin. Anyway, I hope to see you then, and until then, cheers.